Mathematics comes from the study of the human body. Geometry is the study of how the shapes and angles in your body get together and merge and form another type of energy. Calculus is how you calculate the energy frequency of your body. All sciences come from the human body. All machines come from the human body. The car motor duplicates your digestive system. A nuclear reactor duplicates your liver. It changes the energy around. How does a car work? You put the gas in the tank, but the car cannot use the gas in the tank. It cannot run on that. It has to change it into something. It changes it into a vapor form, and some spark plugs fire it off. You eat your food, you change the food into liquid. The liquid gets heated up to 98.6 and gets changed into a vapor, and it gets sucked in some tubes called a villi that's in your intestines, which are little straws, and then an enzyme fires it off. The car motor is a direct duplication of you. All you have to do is know thyself. The camera comes from your eye, the speaker comes from your ear, the antenna duplicates your hair. Every instrument that you can name comes from the human body. This is God's top performance here. So don't think you can get lost. When you study an African science, it's going to make you more connected to nature, more connected to yourself, and more connected to God. If it doesn't do that, then you are not studying African science. You're studying the political and social language of the Europeans. Science should make you more spiritual. It's the whole purpose of science. All the organs and muscles in your body are named after gods. Cepho. You say bicep, tricep. That's Cepho. That's the head god. That's the god that's trying to make rhomboid unite with deltoid. All the muscles in your body are named after spirits and God. If you study the muscles, you're studying a spiritual system. Even if you study the bones, you're studying a spiritual system. It's just that the Europeans don't want you to make that connection. Hippocrates kind of broke that up. He said, no, let's call this science and keep God out of it, because it's bad news. Now, we have colors. Each bone in your body creates a color when it's struck and vibrates. It creates a musical note, and it creates a color, and it creates a sound, which you may call a letter. Now, I'm talking about the bones. Even your backbones vibrate to a different note. That's the same thing that happened in the pyramids of Giza. Each one of those stones, they are not bricks, vibrates to a musical note. Even the obelisk, which you call the Washington Monument, if you strike it, it vibrates to a musical note. It is a functional thing. All African science and art is functional. So we have these 32 backbones. We have 12 melanin centers on our brain stem. You have 12 zodiac signs. All of those relate to the 12 melanin centers on your brain stem, which the Europeans call melanin reticulum formations, better known as just melanin. You have 12 melanin centers, the Europeans have 2. You have 360 melanin clusters, or chakras as the Indian people like to call in your digestive tract. The Europeans have 40. So we have color here. Indigo, violet, and blue. We commonly call those female colors. And in nature you can see that the male has these bright colors to distract a predator from the female and the child. So the male usually has the bright colors. The canaries and all those male birds will have yellow, orange, and red. So we call those male colors. Remember, I said that science is a political and social language of a people. Now, I have red here, but I want to make red into pink, so I add white to red. So once I add the white to the red and make pink, should I put the pink clothes on the girl or the pink clothes on the boy? I'm not trying to say men should go around wearing pink underwear going to a Dennis Rodman type thing, I'm trying to say that red is a male color and female color is not red. Pink is not a female color, it's a male color. Our whole orientation toward colors is political and social, based on another culture, which makes us an alien to ourselves. So we got to go back and recapture a lot of this. Now, each organ and each, what you call organs in your body, vibrates to a note. Your intestines, your liver and pancreas vibrates to the musical note C and makes the color violet. And it's related to the 6th house of the zodiac, or the 6th melanin reticulum formation center on your brainstem. That's how scientific we are. So we use instruments that help vibrate and make harmony with these centers in our body so we can attain a state of wellness. The zodiac is kind of like, people just don't understand, it's kind of like something you do to find out who you should go out with, or whether you should play the lottery today. But it's a little more involved than just that. It's been kind of abused by the public, newspapers, but it's ancient African science, and all of us older guys in the medical and sisters in medicine know how to do medical astrology. It's just part of the kit and caboodle that we use. So I do medical astrology as well. So we have these centers that are related to colors and related to zodiac houses, which all spells energy. That's why we can use these instruments like this tuning fork, to vibrate certain centers on your brainstem and to help facilitate energizing your pineal gland, or to detect when there's something wrong inside of your pancreas or liver. Older instruments. I normally don't use these instruments, as I mentioned before, around groups of people that are not open to it, because I don't want to scare people, and we are scared of Africa. So we're talking with the Europeans called psychic healing. As you can see, the ankh there is held, and it vibrates on this divining rod here. There are instruments that duplicate this called a sistrum that you may have seen the country and western people play. Ding, 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 ding. That instrument, that's a sistrum that duplicates this ankh, a healing quality of the ankh. Everybody's using our stuff but us. Now you can go back to the ancient drawings of the pyramids, and you'll see these centers that I referred to right here. You see where this animal is biting in the center, the meeting point, that's where green is. And you see the male and female colors. And you see this symbolism over and over again. And it has name, Ikmer, Shechem, and all the Kemetic names to it. But this is the functionality of the symbols. It had more than just a sound quality to it. It had a medical quality to it. Now, all energy spins. You know when you flush the toilet, the water spins around. If you're having a healthy bowel movement. Otherwise, you probably clog it up. But you'll notice that the energy just spins around. So we know that energy spins to the right or spins to the left. And it spins through these houses, as we call it, of Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn. It spins through these houses, and each time it transverses one of these houses, the energy force field changes. I'm going to show you this male and female principle. One end of this wave, the spin, is male, and the other end is female. And then we have that meeting point where you saw the dog biting, which would be the color green right there again. This is the old model that they teach you in school of how waves move, but it moves like this in spinning forms. Everything is constantly spinning. The planet spins. You spin. And what keeps you from feeling dizzy is something that hovers over your third eye, over your pineal gland, called your third eye, keeps you centered. And here we have a functional drawing of that spin and the merger once again, right there. And then we see with the wings of Isis again, the same duplication of this ancient principle. It's just that things are we're so much an ancient people that we kind of get lost. Our villages were laid out in what we call fractional geometry. In African science, you just don't, if you study math, it's going to be a little calculus mixed in there, a little geometry and trigonometry is going to be all mixed in there because you study all of them at the same time, where the Europeans are going to go from math to geometry to trigonometry, but it's usually all mixed in at the same time when you're studying African science. It makes it rather confusing for some people. Now,